Town Hall 17 is the new Clash of Clans update. Let's show you gameplay of the merged Eagle Artillery and Town Hall defense, as well as the new troop and defense levels, plus something else. Let's begin by upgrading to Town Hall 17, in which you will need a maxed Eagle Artillery of level 7, but as long as you have that, you can begin the upgrade, which is 20 million gold and 15 days. Once you begin this upgrade, your Eagle Artillery is gone. You cannot undo this process, but wait until you see what defense will be replacing it. I will be using a book of building to finish off the Town Hall upgrade and begin our journey at Town Hall 17. You can see the Eagle Artillery head prominent on the front of the Town Hall. And before I go over all of the new troops and defense levels, let's explain how the weapon of the Town Hall works first, because you will be able to upgrade this as well. The Inferno Artillery is totally different to the Giga Inferno at Town Hall 16, so it is hard to directly compare stats. However, there are noticeable improvements with the Town Hall 17 weapon. You will have seen the stats and upgrade cost for the different levels. Note that it is only the damage per second of the initial strike that is increased as you upgrade it, but once you do get it to maxed, it will deal 60 damage per second against 4 targets. I'll explain this in more depth, but even from this initial video displayed in the game, you can see that the poison damage is incredibly effective, up to 75 damage per second on each of the poison blasts for up to 6.8 seconds. But before we show that, there is 2 other reasons that this Town Hall is more powerful than the last. The first is that the range of the Town Hall has increased. At Town Hall 16, it only had a 10-tile range, whereas at Town Hall 17, since the Eagle Artillery with its massive range has merged into it, this has increased to 12 tiles. So not as large as the Eagle Artillery, but this does mean that you will always now outrange a Flame Flinger with the Town Hall. What makes this even more powerful, though, is that the Town Hall no longer activates at a certain percentage. It is a defense from the moment you start the attack. If you get within that 12-tile radius, the Town Hall will fire at you. It is constantly active. You can see it activate as soon as a troop is deployed. And can we just appreciate the aesthetics as well? As you upgrade the Town Hall, you will see the Roman numeral on the side indicate what level it is. However, once a troop is deployed within its radius, it will initially fire to up to 4 of those targets. And every 3.5 seconds, it will fire again, but it will actually have multiple beams of poison on the ground, since the poison lasts for 6.8 seconds. Don't worry if it is a single troop that moves to the Town Hall, though, because much like the multi-archer tower, it will fire all 4 shots at that unit, so you're not missing out on the initial damage. Where you would miss out is the poison damage afterwards, since those do not stack. It does not matter if it is a ground or air troop that is in range of the Town Hall, it can deal damage to both of those, and even the poison that is on the ground, I guess it's hot enough to deal damage to air troops as well, because they are not immune to that. So if you have a queen charging into the Town Hall, be careful, because your healers can get taken out with the poison. What is interesting, though, is after the Town Hall goes down, there is nothing. That is because the Giga Bomb from underneath the Town Hall has been removed, and it is now its own individual trap. So the Town Hall 17 defense itself is a bit stronger than the Town Hall 16 defense, but it is weaker in the sense that it doesn't have the Giga Bomb. You still have to deal with that, though, because you can upgrade the Giga Bomb to level 3, and it's even more effective than it was when it was inside the Town Hall. So let me explain. It will cost you 5 million gold to initially place the level 1 Giga Bomb, and this deals 1,100 damage, which is exactly the same as the damage of the previous Giga Bomb within the Town Hall. You can upgrade it to level 2 to increase the damage. This will cost 10 million gold and 8 days. You can then upgrade it again to level 3 for 15 million gold and 10 days. This means the maximum damage of the Giga Bomb is 1,300. It has an area of effect of 4.5 tiles. That is, it can only damage troops within that range, but you have to get within 3.5 tiles of it in order for it to activate, and it also has a trigger housing space of 18. So unlike the Town Hall, where it would instantly activate once it was destroyed, you need to have a certain amount of troops next to it for this one to go off, but it also blasts the troops. So I'm interested to see whether base builders can even bounce the Archer Queen to another compartment or something strange like that. The Giga Bomb will activate even if one hero walks across it. This is true even for siege machines, but my favorite method is sending a Lava Hound across the base to activate it early. An important note on the Giga Bomb is that whilst it's a trap, it is a visible trap on the base. So whilst you're scouting, you will be able to see this because it deals such devastating damage. And we always knew where the Giga Bomb was anyway. It was inside the Town Hall. Now you just know that there is the Town Hall defense and the Giga Bomb elsewhere. There are also numerous other defensive upgrades around your base, which I will discuss in this video, but let's shift to your attacking capabilities first. Notice there are 3 key buildings getting an upgrade. Firstly, even as a Town Hall 16, you can upgrade the barracks to level 18, and even at Town Hall 15, you can upgrade the spell factory to level 8. You will have to tune in for tomorrow's sneak peek though to see what is inside those, and this new exciting building in the middle, you will find out about that in sneak peek 3, so be sure to subscribe to see both of those. We do only have a small percentage of viewers subscribed to the channel, so if you enjoy my content, I would... Shifting to the Clan Castle though, you can upgrade this at Town Hall 17, which will increase the troop capacity to 55. 20 million elixir and 16 days to upgrade. These are not including any gold pass discounts, but this would be a major priority in my opinion, since it helps with offense and defense. You also want to try and upgrade the laboratory straight away as well, so that you can begin to research the troops inside. I'll quickly go over the troops that are available to upgrade. Firstly, we have the Giant to level 13, gaining extra hit points and damage per second. It's not something I would prioritize upgrading first. Note that since the Giant has a super variation in that of the Super Giant, the level of the Super Giant will also be increased to level 13 once you have upgraded your Giant. More importantly though is assuring you upgrade the Wall Breaker to level 13, not necessarily because of the Wall Breaker itself, but clearly the Super Wall Breaker. You will need that at level 13 for the death damage of the Wall Breaker should you not get all of the way to the wall to break the new max level wall. So the Wall Breaker will probably be number 1 on my list. After that, it depends on the strategy that you use. As you can clearly see, there's a lot of dragon upgrades, but the Wizard will be upgraded to level 13, gets extra hit points and damage, which is essentially the same for each of these troop upgrades. Always good in terms of funneling. Moreover though, that increases the level of the Super Wizard, which might be important for you, since blimps to the Town Hall probably will be a lot more viable at Town Hall 17 since we don't have the Giga Bomb within the Town Hall. I've been enjoying my dragon attacks recently, so I am very happy to see that the dragon gets upgraded to level 12, an extra 400 hit points and 20 damage per... The cheapest of the dragon upgrades, believe it or not, at 22 million elixir and 14 days, 16 hours. However, with that upgrade, you also get a couple of 100 extra hit points on your super dragon. I personally use the regular dragons, but I know it can be a bit personal preference. Flying through the rest of the dragons, the baby dragon mainly used as a funneling troop. I use one of them in my army, and that's something that you always want to try and prioritize your upgrades around the army that you commonly use. Towards the end of the sneak peeks, as ever, I will bring you maxed Town Hall 17 gameplay, which will showcase a couple of my favorite strategies for this upcoming Town Hall. I don't think many people use the Inferno Dragons nowadays, but that will get another level with your Baby Dragon upgrade. However, more importantly, everybody's favorite and the most expensive Elixir Troop upgrade, the Electro Dragon, to level 8. 300 extra hit points, 30 extra damage per second, and 60 more damage when destroyed. You will have been able to see the aesthetics of each troop as I've been upgrading, but I have to say the Electro Dragon is definitely one of my favorites. The gold matching the Town Hall 17 vibe. Finally, for the Elixir troops, the Dragon Rider to level 5, 300 extra hit points, 30 extra damage per second, and an extra 100 damage when destroyed. I've been quite enjoying my Hydra attacks recently with the Dragon and Dragon Rider, so this is one I will be upgrading more as a priority as well. Onto these spells, we have the Lightning spell, which will be important to upgrade based on the air defense upgrade we're going to get to in a moment. Pretty standard stuff, just a little bit extra damage in order to keep up with the new defense upgrades. Next up, the healing spell. Helpful if you use any sort of hybrid army. It's not something I've been using recently myself, but I know a lot of people still do use the miners, hog riders, so this would be a priority for you if that is the case. Next, we have the recall spell, giving an extra 6 recalled capacity. Doesn't really change anything when it comes to queen chargers or warden walks, so it's not something I would be upgrading straight away. An interesting upgrade to take note of is the minion to level 13. Not because of the minion, but because of the super minion, and I do think that blimps towards the Town Hall will be a lot more effective at Town Hall 17. Whilst you can use balloons and clone them around the Town Hall, due to not having the Giga Bomb there anymore, the super minion blimp can also be extremely effective, and whilst for the most part you won't need to upgrade the minion as a priority, you will get that increase once it is donated in your clan castle, it's definitely one that is worth noting. Last up, for the laboratory, not something I would recommend if you do have other clanmates that can donate to you, but the battle drill does get upgraded to level 5. It is the only siege machine that gets a new level with Town Hall 17. What is also getting a new level though is the heroes. Grand Warden to level 75, Royal Champion to level 50, and your Barbarian King and Queen are now upgradable to level 100. Triple-digit hero levels. To help with that, we will be able to upgrade the Dark Elixir storage, which will allow us to have 10,000 extra capacity. The capacity gets increased with the gold and elixir storages by 250,000. Your new maximum is 24 million gold and elixir with 390,000 Dark Elixir. Moving down to the defensive upgrades then. To counteract all of the dragon upgrades, we will get a new air defense. Remember, this is for all 4 of the air defense. This provides an extra 100 hit points and 50 damage per second. You might have noticed that the damage was not maxed out. This is because you can straight away supercharge your air defense as well, which increases the damage both times around. I believe, looking at the numbers, this is so that the giant arrow could still take down the air defense in one shot. Next up, you see the multi-archer tower. Remember that you can also merge 2 other archer towers, so you will have 3 multi-archer towers to upgrade to level 3. This gives 200 extra hit points and 10 extra damage per second, 23 million gold, and 15.5 days to upgrade, but it will be definitely helpful when it comes to defending those air attacks. I would personally forget about the supercharge levels until you have upgraded literally everything else, because they add such little stat increases compared to the regular upgrades. Bomb tower also going up a level to level 12. This increases the hit points, damage per second, and damage when destroyed. You can see the theme of Town Hall 17 starting to come together, but let's continue with the defensive upgrades. 3 ricochet cannons you will have to upgrade. Exactly the same cost as the multi-archer tower, giving you extra hit points and damage per second. Whilst I would upgrade all of your air defense first, we'll have to see how the meta develops as to whether the multi-archer tower or ricochet cannon is more favorable, but the wizard tower also helps with splash damage across across your base. It can now be upgraded to level 17. And before I share more on superchargers, even these upgrades alone will keep you busy for a little while, but if you are going to accelerate your progress with special offers following the update, then remember you can support a creator beforehand by pressing the C and entering their code. My code is Judo, and it helps to support the channel massively. You can also do this on the Supercell store when you make purchases, and even earn extra rewards if you buy over there. Let's show you the new level of wall then. Even though the walls are permanent, superchargers are not. I will probably use my resources on the supercharger upgrades if I have a builder available and I've completed all of the other upgrades, but I'll put excess loot into walls and then just max them at the end. Interestingly, the walls are 8 million per upgrade, which is 1 million less than what they were at Town Hall 16. Definitely a welcomed change, and I think this is one of the positives of adding superchargers, in that there is more to do around the village, so they have then reduced the cost of walls, which is nice. Before we go over a couple of interesting quality of life changes, I'll quickly show you the stats of the supercharge upgrades for each of the defenses, just for completion's sake, and as you are looking at that, just know that the previous superchargers are not being removed, because how superchargers work is that it is only when the building gets a new level that they are removed, and the previous superchargers, none of those buildings got a new level. Later into Town Hall 17, when they then get a permanent upgrade, the superchargers would be removed, but what that means is any superchargers on these new defenses will presumably be here all of the way up until Town Hall 18. It might feel a little bit more overwhelming that there's more upgrades, but do not worry about it. Just focus on the main upgrades first and leave all of the superchargers until last. That's what they're intended for anyways, and I guess they just added them now so you could get maximum value out of your temporary upgrade. But I'll be sure to share my thoughts a little bit more in depth on this over on my second channel, which is more discussion based. Alongside that extra multi-archer tower and ricochet cannon, just know that you will be able to build one extra archer tower around your base, another giant bomb, and seeking air mine. Alongside the new ones, these are the traps getting an upgrade at Town Hall 17. When it comes to the quality of life and cost and time reductions, I will pop them on your screen and talk about the most relevant ones. For your quality of life changes, they all feel relatively small, apart from Archer Queen, now available to Town Hall 8 players, which will definitely change the gameplay experience down in those lower Town Hall levels.
What are you doing at Town Hall 8?
When it comes to bug fixes, honestly, half of the time I don't even realize that these were bugs in the first place. But for cost and time reductions, I have put some graphics on your screen which summarizes some of the cost and time reductions, because there is a lot of them. However, note that in the laboratory, the cost of Dark Elixir troops and spells have been reduced by 50%. There is a blanket reduction in the pet house as well. All pet upgrades cost 25% less Dark Elixir, so definitely helpful on those upgrades. Remember to subscribe for tomorrow's sneak peek to find out what is inside the barracks upgrade and the spell factory upgrade. My previous video was also my biggest project to date. I have linked it on your screen. It was a massive amount of work, which we're incredibly proud of, so I'm sure you will enjoy it. I'll see you in tomorrow's sneak peek.